want to tell you, in my opinion, your accuracy is marvelous about the crude drawing. It's crude.
Flattery will get you absolutely somewhere. At the monthly board meeting 2 months ago, in my 3-minute presentation, at the end of it, Hugh Smith did ask that I put something a little bit more in detail in your hands. So I did put together a bit of a packet there of info referencing the Lakequarium. And Kathy Brown was super sweet to get it distributed to you folks. I tried to make the presentation complete enough that there wouldn't be a lot of questions. But should you have any, I would certainly be happy to try and answer. I hope you can see this.
Great picture. Who did that?
Randy Hale, Art Department, GRISD. And he did this primarily from reading my proposal that each of you have in your packet.
Let me ask you a question. I'm looking now at this sketch, the crude sketch, and it says benches for seating.
Okay.
And that area, I take it, is below the surface of the reservoir.
Yes, sir. It'll be about 10
Okay.
foot. 10 foot
And
below.
how much below?
About maybe 10 foot from surface level.
Okay. And so what they're seeing up in front is a glass barrier.
Yes, there, within this drawing, there are the 6 windows. Of course, the ceiling is up here, and that would actually be earth on top of it. As I've got, I think, landscaping up on the very top of it. So it have like a cement ceiling remark. So it'd be a little semicircular room. Entrance one side, exit the other. Benches or any kind of seating there, and those we can carry for a while.
What is your estimating
I
cost?
have no idea, sir.
What is the dimension that I see? It looks like you got 6-foot windows, 8 feet high.
6 by 8 foot windows.
How much
And they can
space in
be-
between?
They can be any size. That was just a figure. I've been in aquariums that you walk through an acrylic tunnel. I've not been through the one in Atlanta yet, but I'm looking forward to it. If you're walking through a tunnel of plexiglass with whale and shark swimming over the top of it, the largest fish in the world. That, I dare say, is pretty expensive.
You're not talking about that here, are you?
As I did say, that an engineering firm, and well, back up, Hale. I think one of the best things to do is maybe contact some of the other aquariums. Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, Fort Worth, where else? Corpus Christi. And there are those concerns, I'm sure, that design aquariums that can fill out a much better sketch than mine. And they will also have all of the basic costs. The acquisition of the aquarium class, for example.
That's what we would be interested in knowing, for whatever consideration.
I understand, sir, and I'm not that knowledgeable to come up with a figure.
Did you have a presentation that you wanted to make to us?
Pardon?
Did you have a presentation that you wanted to?
Well, actually, as I said, I sort of hoped, not knowing what your level of interest may be, I'd already had scuttlebutt that there was really not a lot of interest from the board. But if there is sufficient interest, as I said, in this proposal, that you want to put it into a committee, that costs could be ascertained. Why I did mention in detail the Texas Freshwater Fish Hatchery in Athens, they started as a fish hatchery, and then they grew into something so much more. I never visited their operation as a fish hatchery, but I've been down there 4 times since just to see everything else that's there. They have an indoor aquarium. That's the under roof where they hand feed, scuba diver does, the largest bass. Pretty exciting, pretty interesting. Other aquariums with various other fish as well. I think this could be done fairly inexpensively.
Well, what makes you say that if you don't know any cost?
Well, when I first talked to Kevin about it, the lake was still about 15 foot from being full. I drew a design in the sand with a sketch as to the basic design of the room, where that the room would actually have been above water level at that time. And I saw such a fantastic job had been done by the rocksmiths who put in the retaining walls out there. I thought surely they could build the walls of that, stainless steel channel iron in the windows, and then the aquarium glass installed within that. But I feel certain that your board and or maybe your engineering firm would not allow that. They wouldn't allow locals to do something like that.
Well, it depends on
Well,
what kind of bonding and so forth. Well, okay, is that it?
that's it basically. If there's an interest, certainly can be pursued further as to costs.
Well, I promise you that I will sit down with our executive director and get some kind of idea exactly what we're talking about, and then bring it up for consideration.
Well,
We have to have some kind of cost and before that, you're gonna have to have some size and propositions to what it's gonna entail.
And one last thing, as far as the proposal does go, that in this committee, that regardless of what the cost is, if it's deemed to be an acceptable idea, that there are numerous foundations out there that grants can be written to, that those costs could be offset, not coming out of your operating budget. I feel so.
Okay,
Thank you all for your time.
thank you, Ron.
I'll leave this up here only for the time being. Kathy, please, if I could pick it up the next day or so, just to take another look. Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you,
Have a
Ron.
good time. Bye-bye, y'all.
I'll comment on the same thing that I told Rod whenever he first brought this to me. Yeah, there may be a time when we look at doing something like that, but right now our place is full. We've got the park construction going. We've got a treatment plant we're getting ready to build, a distribution system we got to put in, a water tower we got to build. We've got almost $30 million of construction going on, and that's an awful lot for the three of us to oversee.
And I do understand what your first priority
It'd be difficult for us right now to take on another project.
Well, it's not
Consider taking on another project.
It's not a consideration necessarily for the immediate future. It's something that can take place anytime. I would be more interested personally in a above-ground aquarium, because you're talking about a tremendous expense for what you have drawn.
But there are throughout the state, there are many aquariums.
They may be, but nobody knows yet how much they cost.
There is no Lakequarium. This would be a first.
I understand.
Your lake itself, beautiful as it is, would be the aquarium.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but it has to be presented somehow. Thank you, Rod.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Ron.